Hello tubers, this is Kurt with Edibles and Exotics coming to you from sunny Mesa, Arizona. And I bet you're wondering why I'm standing in front of the Mesa Marketplace swap meet sign. Well, I told you in previous videos that I had a big announcement coming, and this is it. I'm opening a retail spot for the plant nursery right here at the swap meet. I'm going to be at location D212. That's going to be the northwest corner. I'm going to have access to the back of the booth. That way, if you guys purchase plants, you could drive your car around and load them up. You don't have to worry about carrying them all around the place. So I'm going to be doing a single booth. So it's going to be 10 feet by 25 feet. So 10 feet wide, 25 feet deep. I'm going to try to stock everything I can in there. As I sell plants, I'm going to replenish my stock from my house, where I store all my plants. I still will be selling plants out of my house. So if you guys are interested in purchasing plants directly from me at my house and not coming to the swap meet, you can do that too. It's up to you. I'll leave my contact information down below. Again, I have listings on Craigslist and OfferUp as well. So I'm going to take you inside here. I'm going to show you my spot exactly. I have to build it out. So it's going to take somewhere between 2 to 3 weeks before the spot is built out and I have my stock loaded into the area to start selling. So I'm hoping for somewhere around 2 to 3 weeks, having everything set up and opening for business. Today is October 14th, 2023. So hopefully last weekend of October, first weekend of November, I should be up and running. But in this video, I'm also going to tell you about if you guys are interested in opening your own plant nursery and doing it legally, I am going to show you the steps involved for registering, at least in Arizona, as a plant nursery business. And I'll go over some of the costs I incurred, and you know, maybe that could help point you guys in the right direction. You know, if you're on the fence of whether you want to do this or not, it's really not that money. You really don't need that much capital to get going. You just need stock. So let's go inside right now, and I'm going to show you really quick what it looks like and what I hope it looks like in the future. All right, so this is what one of the structures would look like. So this is what I plan to build. They all have to be built the same. They give you measurements and specifications. So that would be the front side. This would be the side. And they are, like I said, 10 feet wide and 30 feet deep, but you have to leave room in the back for your car to fit behind the booth. So just picture this thing covered and tarps and the greenhouse roof. So this would be one of the spots that I would get. Like I said, it's about 10 feet wide. Got a pretty decent height on the ceiling. I think it's 10 feet tall. And then it goes out to the back here, and you'll see in a second. I'm going to flip around there. You can see a car on the right parked behind, so you do have to leave room there. Right there is the car parked behind, and this is what the roofs normally look like, but mine is going to be a greenhouse covering, so it should let in plenty of light to keep the plants alive. All right, guys, so as far as setting up an LLC for a plant business, first thing you're going to do is you're going to go to the Arizona Corporation Commission's website, and you're going to check your name that you want to use. You got to have a name. So pick your company name and check to see if it's available. If not, you're going to have to pick another one. Once you do that, you could register your LLC with them. All right. You got to fill out all the information that they request. Okay, so after all that is done and approved, then you're going to go to the federal government's tax website, all right? And you're going to have to apply for an EIN, an employer identification number, all right? Once you get that and that is approved, then you're going to go to the Arizona Department of Revenue and you're going to register your business with them. What that's going to do is it's going to give you the transaction privilege tax ID or business license. So when people buy plants from you, you could charge tax and you're perfectly legal. All right. So with that, you're going to have to set up an address, all right, where your business is located. You could use your residence. You could use another location, but here in the city of Mesa, for that license and also usage tax license, which is another form of taxation, for me, it costs about $38, I think, or $35 per location. So I have 2 locations, my house and the swap meet. So basically it was like $70 for those 2 places to be able to sell legally. All right. So the point of an LLC is to be able to sell your plants legally. You're going to have to collect taxes. I would definitely recommend getting business accounts set up. Try not to go through your personal taxes, because if you get audited, so does the business. If the business gets audited, so do you. But if you keep the accounts separate, there's less of a chance of both of you getting audited. So that's what I've been told, at least. So that's what I'm doing. So the good thing with the business accounts too is it makes record keeping very easy. You don't have to try to jumble, you know, what's my money in this account, what's the business money in this account, and you know, all that sort of stuff. It just makes it really easy to keep them separate, keep your records separate, because at the end of the year, or even quarterly or half the year, you're gonna have to pay sales tax. So you collect the sales tax from the customer, and then you got to remit that to the state. So depending on how much you collect, how much you sell, you're going to have to remit that amount of money to the state, either quarterly, half the year, or at the end of the year. With an LLC, there's a bunch of different types. There's pass-through LLCs. There's LLCs where you're like partners and you get paid basically dividends instead of a paycheck. If you have employees, you know, all this stuff kind of gets a little crazy. You can read about it, or you can contact a CPA or something like that and try to figure out what the best route is. I'm not giving any advice on that, because it's going to be too personal for you and me. So if you need any advice on what I did or whatever, you can always contact me in the comments, or like I said before, I'm going to leave my contact information in the description, so you can give me a call or shoot me a text or an email or whatever you want to do. So in the beginning of the video, I said they assigned me spot D212. Well, I went and checked it out, and D212 is actually taken. So I'm probably going to have to get another spot. It's going to be in the same area, just down the road a little bit. When I get that exact spot location, which is probably going to be today or tomorrow, I'll let you guys know in next week's video. But I'm going to turn this into a series about building a plant nursery. So, you know, if you guys are thinking of doing it, you can watch my videos and see, you know, if I made a mistake, that way you don't make the same mistake. Please don't open another plant business at the swap meet. That wouldn't be good for either of us. But anywhere else, I don't care. You know, I love plants, guys. I love plant people. So the more the merrier, right? So as far as the plant business goes, you know, I have my whole yard here stocked with plants. This kind of just popped up on me. My son-in-law is actually renting some spots at the swap meet and turned me on to it. I didn't know how cheap it was. So guys, I made a big mistake over the summer. You know, this just popped up on me, like I said. So over the summer, you know, we had a brutal summer, and I wasn't propagating plants like I should have been. All right. Normally this time of the year, I have an overabundance of plants, but it was just so hot and everything got away from me with life and everything, and the YouTube channel and filming. I just really didn't have the time to do it. So in the past month or two, I've been really stepping it up, trying to get a lot of stuff propagated. But as far as plants go, I'm going to try not wholesaling or buying from wholesalers as much as possible. Just because I like the quality of my plants, and I like selling you guys things that I know are going to grow. All right. As far as wholesalers go, if I could find people locally that are willing to sell me plants at a wholesale price in bulk, I'd definitely be willing to do that. So if you guys are growing plants and or you have the capability to do so, but you're like, geez, I don't have anyone to sell these to, you know, think about it. Shoot me a message. And, you know, if it's something I'm interested in and we can work out a fair deal, I'll be down with that, you know. So price-wise on the swap meet. So like I said before, the booth sizes for a single is 10 feet wide and 30 feet deep. But you need to leave room behind the booth to be able to park your car. So it knocks it down to about 24 feet. So 10 feet by 24 feet. So it is kind of small, but I am going to be just keeping enough stock there to sell for the day. And if I sell out, then I will bring back more the next day, and just keep replacing my stock from my nursery yard here at my house over there. So I should have an abundant supply of plants there. I may do a double spot in the future, which would be 20 by one side would be 30 and the other side would be 24 for my car to park. But the price for a single is around $300 a month. All right. If you want electricity, the electricity is $50 a month. And if you do a single or a double, I think the electricity stays the same. They don't charge you extra for that. So if you did a double, it'd be $600 a month with another 50 tacked on for the electricity. So it's really not that much money. So even if you guys are looking to sell other things besides plants, that's the gist of it. So at the swap meet, I've been dealing with Holly, I've been dealing with Melissa, and I've been dealing with Pam. They're all awesome ladies. They basically run the whole thing. They have their own security there. They have a Mesa police officer there at all times. It's very safe. For me, it looks like the ideal spot to start a nursery. Hopefully in a year, I can get some property and move out of the swap meet and move into or onto my own property where I could set up greenhouses, shade structures, and a spot to display the plants at. But for now, I don't have that sort of capital to just dump into a nursery, and I'm running out of room in the yard, and I want to keep everything legal. So that's why I'm going to the swap meet. So I was recommended by numerous people to start a Facebook business page. So I am probably going to do that as soon as I get some time to, maybe this weekend or next weekend, to give some updates and stuff like that. Like I've said before, the only social media I'm on is this YouTube channel. Not a big fan of Facebook and all these others just because of the negativity and the fighting, and just not into it. So when I get my Facebook page started, I'll put a link and you guys could check it out, like it, share it, and hopefully help me grow the plant business. So this whole series I'm going to be doing, it's going to be basically how I started the business, and any sort of mistakes I made, and how fast it grows, how good sales are going to be. That's another thing why I went with a single, is just because I don't know. I don't know if this is going to make me a lot of money, if it's going to cost me more money than it's going to make, if I'm only going to break even. I don't know if it's going to be worth it selling here, but I'm hoping that it is. And I'm hoping you guys could help me out with that. When I do get the place open, come down, check it out, meet me, tell people, I got usually the cheapest prices around, and I don't think my prices are going to change that much, going into this. I'm not selling plants for what most nurseries are selling for, and my plants, when people come and buy them, I always get the comment of, your plants are the nicest looking plants I've ever seen in a nursery. I take very good care of them. Most of my plant pots are mulched. I use grow bags. They're fertilized, watered properly, acclimated to our weather, and that is definitely not going to change, guys. So if you're looking for quality plants at a way better price than most nurseries sell their crappy plants for, you might want to check out the nursery when it's open. So like I said, October 14th today, 2023, I'm hoping to have it open within 2 to 3 weeks. If it's a month from now, I'll kind of be a little disappointed, but I'm trying to take it one step at a time. So my next step is getting my structure actually built. So when you rent a spot from these guys, you get the spot, but there is no pop out on the back. The pop out is made from what it looks like to me, 1-inch conduit. So my son-in-law, he has 2 spots with 2 pop outs, and he had a third pop out, just the metal framing, not the coverings, and he gave it to me. But he's a couple of poles short. So I'm trying to source some poles for cheap. I'm probably going to have someone construct it for me. I just don't have the time. I don't really have the money to pay someone, but I'm going to do it anyway. And then after I get the structure built out of the back, then I got to get some tarps. I'm going to get a greenhouse covering for the top to let the light in so the plants don't die. Then I got to bring in some sort of water storage and build my irrigation system. The irrigation system is going to be hopefully very simple. I plan on doing basically a container, probably a barrel or something like that with the water in it. Little transfer pump is going to pump it into a bucket. All right. That bucket's going to be inside another bucket. And the inner bucket, I'm going to have a line run through out of that through the outer bucket, and that's going to gravity feed my plants. All right. Everything's going to be gravity fed that way. The outer bucket, if that inner bucket overflows, I'm going to have a drain going back to the water container, the barrel, or whatever it is. So that way, if I have any malfunctions or anything like that, it's just going to overflow back into the water storage tank. The only issue I may have is if I wind up with a leak somewhere, which I don't think I will. Everything's going to be fully automated. The electricity there is on, I think, from like 7 in the morning until like 5 at night every day. So I'm just going to run a hose end timer and run that off the gravity, and then run my transfer pump off of a household timer. Done deal. So I work 5 days a week. I build classic cars for a living, so I'm probably not going to be able to make it over there during the weekdays, but it's going to be open Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. I will be there Saturday and Sunday. My wife is actually going to be covering Fridays for me. So if you come on a Friday, I won't be there. She will. If you come on a Saturday or a Sunday, I will be there all day, every single Saturday or Sunday. Oh, one more thing before I forget, guys. You are required to have insurance at these booths. So I haven't actually looked into that yet. I'm sure it's only going to be like 10, 20 bucks a month, but it's just liability insurance in case, you know, someone somehow gets hurt inside the booth, so they don't sue you personally or try to sue the swap meet. The insurance just pays for it. So if they slip and fall or whatever may happen, you know, get poked by something, electrocuted, I don't know, whatever the heck could happen, roof falls on them, who knows. But that's another thing, you gotta get liability insurance. Not a big deal. You just call up whoever you got your house insurance with or your car insurance and probably do it under an umbrella policy, and it's gonna be next to nothing. So next week when I find out about that, I will post that in the next video. So just so you guys know, I hope to see you guys there. I hope you like the whole idea of doing this kind of reality TV series kind of deal, setting up a plant nursery, and hopefully it helps you guys out. Hopefully it's exciting. And so in the next couple of weeks, when I'm getting close to opening, guys, I'm going to post the opening date. I'll have a grand opening, and I might do some giveaways. I haven't figured out what I'm going to give away yet, but, you know, I'll try to make it cool. So please don't forget to like, subscribe, share, hit the bell, tell all your friends, and until the next video, guys, keep growing.